this idea that there is no typical worker is becoming more and more of a reality. The point I'm making is that not only were workplaces more diverse because of social change and a diversifying society, work itself and the jobs people need to do are also driving the reality that the typical employee no longer exists. Employees come in all shapes and sizes. Workforces need people of all kinds, from a gender, race, age, and ethnicity perspective, but also from a locational and skills point of view. Companies want to diversify their employee base for good reasons, which we're going to explore a little later on. Now, some of you may be hearing this and thinking I'm romanticizing something, and that in truth, most organizations, especially in the corporate sector, are still very much the same as they've always been. That may be true in some industries, in some countries, and in some companies, because of course there is more progress in some places than others. But here are some undeniable facts to illustrate the point. Did you know that 2 out of 3 job seekers are actually looking to work for a diverse company? It's part of what attracts them to the employer in the first place. They want to work in organizations where there are all different kinds of people. That's part of the employee value proposition, something we learnt about in the Psychology of Organizations course. So it actually is becoming a compelling part of what organizations can offer the top candidates out in the market. Did you also now know that nearly half of the global workforce are women? So it's clear that the world of work is no longer just a realm for the male gender, although it's important to say that women are still fairly underrepresented among senior levels and they are not paid equally. Today, all the people formerly employed, more than half of them were born after 1980. This means that they've grown up with email, internet, and a general reliance on technology. Think about what the ramifications are for the average workforce profile if that's the demographic age profile of more than half of it. Contrast that to someone born in the 1940s or 50s. My point is that you now have workforces where multiple generations are all working at the same company, diversifying that workforce. Another very interesting statistic put out by the Bureau of Statistics in America is that by 2044, which is little more than 20 years away, minorities in the workplace as a collective may actually be the majority in the US. Clearly in the States, the notion that workforces will remain pale and male is highly unlikely. So today, diverse workplaces are increasingly the norm. Whether you look at it from a race, an age, or a gender perspective, workplaces are becoming more and more diverse.